Hi, I'm Josh Jackson, editor-in-chief of Paste Magazine. I'm joined today in our New York studio with Michelle Gomez. Welcome, Michelle.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So, Michelle, you have had a career of sitcoms that were very big in the UK, and you made a jump to your couple of recent roles have been as villains, as Missy or the Master in Doctor Who, and now as Mistress Satan in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. How have you enjoyed sort of tapping into that villain role?
Enormously. It's always a lot of fun to play the baddie, and a lot of Brits seem to play the baddie because I have a theory. It feels like the Brits don't need to be loved, perhaps, but we seem to fit that role kind of, effortlessly. It's great. I love it. You get to be and do the things that, you could never get away with normally. So it gives me that license to be naughty.
And both
and get paid for it.
Both of these characters are like evil with a smile, like deliciously evil, like seem to be enjoying themselves a little bit in what they get to do. Is that an element of what you play?
Absolutely. I mean, there's any good psychopath seems to have that disconnect with what they're actually doing and the consequences of their actions, and so there's a sort of lack of empathy, but there's also a deep enjoyment of what they're doing, and it's mostly manipulating people to your own ends, and it's hard not to like the Master in Doctor Who because they gave me a lot of freedom to play, and then with Madam Satan, one of these days I'll play a role called Alice or Sue, but it doesn't seem to be anytime soon.
The Master,
the Master, Madam Satan. She's, or whatever she is, I feel there's more power delivering the message or manipulating somebody if you're doing it with a bit of joy and a bit of fun, and there's a sort of minxiness there that people are drawn to, and then you can, like any good cat, then crush them.
So season 2 of The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina is about to drop, and without giving anything away, your character this season finds herself now not just a teacher anymore, a principal, and a man in her life she did not expect, and that you're in a sense playing a character who's playing a character. How do you approach the levels of Madam Satan?
I have to stay as open as possible, not overthink it too much, not intellectualize it too much and get stuck in my head. That doesn't work for me. I'm not that kind of actor. I'm very much say it and go, school of thought in a way. I know that sounds sort of diminishing, but it helps me to keep playing. If I'm tight and nervous or anxious, I'm not going to get the best work out of myself, and I'm not going to make a connection with whoever it is in the scene with me. And the other person is actually always much more important to me than my character, because I need to hear what they're saying, and then I can, whatever they're giving me, I will give them back. So it's not really me that's being that effective as an actor. It's normally the other person will be giving me what I need in order to bounce off them.
So Jodie Whittaker this last season made history as the first female Doctor. You kind of paved the way, showing people, hey, a Time Lord can be any gender when they regenerate. With Missy and the Master, how special was that whole process for you? That
was hugely special. I really still can't believe that I got to be the first female Master, or just be the Master, because I was a huge Doctor Who fan as I was growing up, and so it took a while for it to sink in that I was going to be playing the Master, which is normally played by a lot of sort of male theatrical stalwarts, and in comes me, Scottish Mexican. Just I thought it was a joke, and then even when I stepped on set for the first time, I had to work so hard to try and be professional, which I don't often do, but I defy anybody not to squeal when they see a lot of Cybermen, or there's a room full of Daleks, that you have to act with that day. It was just beyond my wildest dreams. So it was, I guess it was incredible.
And we were talking a little bit before camera started rolling. You were talking about the team that you had there in Doctor Who. Can you talk a little bit about working with Peter Capaldi and Jenna Coleman?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's just the Rolls Royce of actors, and Peter and Jenna, the three of us had a wonderful dynamic. Jenna, it's hard to work with Jenna with those gigantic, beautiful eyes and be evil when you're faced with that wonderful face. But my God, she's talented and funny and sharp and intelligent, has gone on to have a wonderful career because of that. And Peter and I, had instant chemistry. We're both from Glasgow. We have a shorthand because of that, and found each other very funny. But there was also a lot of trust there too, so we could really listen to one another and have a real connection. None of that was manufactured or particularly acted. It was very natural. It was an easy energy that we had with each other. So it was. But Jenna's very naughty too, and so is Peter. I mean, there's just like lots of nonsense that would go on that you guys didn't see behind the scenes, but it was fun.
That's great. And so breaking boundaries on Doctor Who, and now with Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, the show is breaking boundaries. I love you described it as everythingism, like it's just a celebration of getting rid of barriers and boundaries.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd mentioned there was a sort of there was feminism there, and that's when I came up with actually it's sort of everythingism. It's standing for everybody in society, and it feels like we're in a place now where we're really bored of labels. I'm really bored of having to be something because that's how somebody else perceives you to be, and we really embrace and support people being different, and we're all different. Let's face it. So it's tearing down the old system of this is who you are because we tell you that, and it's really embracing. Acknowledging and being comfortable in who you are, regardless of how you think you're meant to be. It's just be
That's great.
yourself.
And it seems like it's having a lot of fun doing that. Do you feel that on set? Do you feel
there's a huge amount of fun because it's such a diverse cast, and everybody is so different, and everybody's bringing something really valuable to the table, and we all seem to complement one another, and it's just a wonderful world to be in and to share as well.
Well, I'm 5 episodes in the second season. It's really fun. I think our audience will definitely enjoy this show. I so appreciate you coming and being on set today.
Oh, my pleasure. I was happy to be here. It's great to talk to you.
All right. Thanks.